everybody! That is a big wave. That is a big wave.
Big wave. I'm excited to see everyone.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
I'm really appreciating everybody in chat enjoying the Enterprise music. We were sat here like humming and singing it to ourselves, and saw you guys enjoying it too. So yes, loving that. Welcome everybody. Welcome in. It's nice to see you all. We haven't been here for a long time, and we're so happy to be back. It's
We're so happy to be back.
I know, right? Like, when did we? It's the end of Strange New Worlds. That was whenever that finished. Was I think the last time we were here. So it's really good to be back. The poll is like covering half of chat on OBS. Helpful. I'm gonna close.
Whoa, Jack is gifting memberships. Nice, thank you, Jack.
That's quite handy, Jack. How kind of you. How kind of you, sir. Welcome in everybody, nice to see you all. Hansy, Pedro, Arnaud, Darby, Brett, TC Turner, hi friend, nice to see you. Gwen, everybody, welcome in. If you don't know us, my name is Jarvis, or Lieutenant Jarvis. This is, are you Ensign Jack? Ensign Mike, or what are you? What's your...
I think it was Petty Officer because I just finished playing Resurgence. And I was in love with Petty Officer Diaz. Oh,
was in love or are in love?
Oh, still, I'll always be in love with him. Hi everyone, yeah, I'm Mike. Jarvis and I used to host a lot of live streams on here. So this is our first one in quite a while, and we're really happy to be back together on YouTube. So
yeah, and even more excited because it's SDCC, and I'm a giant nerd. So I don't know about the rest of you, but Comic-Con weekend is like Christmas for me. Very exciting because we get to find out all sorts of trailers and all sorts of announcements and sneak peeks of all of the geekdoms and gamedoms and comic bookdoms and everything. So it's really exciting, and obviously part of that is that there's usually a great big host of Trek announcements that happen. And so Jack, our wonderful captain, thought it would be a good idea if tonight, whilst the Star Trek panel is happening, which I believe it starts in half an hour or 20 minutes now, we would hop on and do kind of like a chat show where we live react to any of the announcements that are going on. We can't show any of the trailers for copyright reasons, but what we can do is tell you about them, tell you where you can find them, or what we can see legally, and then get excited with you guys, because we're bound to find out a bunch of new stuff that we haven't already heard. They've done really good in not leaking a lot of stuff before SDC. Sometimes you have a lot of things drop in the week before that people don't want you to know, and this year I haven't seen that much happen. I don't know if you have. I've not seen anything.
No,
really.
I haven't. I feel like because Discovery's come to an end, we know Lower Decks is coming to an end. Prodigy, this time last year we had the whole thing with it being taken off Paramount Plus, so
yeah.
I feel like this year is kind of a quiet point for Star Trek, which is probably why we've not heard much ahead of it. So hoping that they announce some really awesome stuff today. I'm also very excited to hear what Marvel announces and Doctor Who as well, because it's not just Star Trek that are doing a panel this year. Star Trek and Doctor Who are doing a panel together, which is wild.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. I've not shied away from this. I've not been a fan of the more recent Doctor Who. I used to like Doctor Who when I was a kid. I liked the old stuff, but I haven't really watched a lot of the new stuff. But I love Ncuti Gatwa so much. Like, I love that man. He is just so funny, so irreverent, like so passionate, so talented that I now care. I'm like, oh, okay, I like Doctor Who now just because he's in it. So I'm jealous of everybody that gets to be there and see him today. Jealous, so jealous. He's just wonderful.
I have really enjoyed the last season of Doctor Who. It's not my favourite. Ncuti is great. He's not my favourite Doctor, but there have been some amazing stories in there. But there have been a few naff ones.
Oh really? See, I'm waiting.
If there's any Doctor Who fans in chat, Space Babies was a big no for me. But there was a lot of really great points in that season, so really excited for what comes next out of that.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of references to Star Trek in Doctor Who this season. So the fact they're now doing a panel together, it feels like a something that was teased in that season. So
yeah, I think like I feel like they knew that they were going to be doing this and have just been like trying to weave the timelines together like subtly just for all of the nerds, because let's face it, there's a lot of crossover here with us. If you like one type of sci-fi, you're gonna probably like another type of sci-fi, and they understand that, so we stand that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be good to shout out the Discord, the Track Central Discord. So the Discord is linked below. I don't know if we have command for it, but yeah, our Discord is somewhere that you can go to talk about all your different fandoms, but of course, especially Star Trek. So yeah, hit up that Discord, join the members community. You get early access to videos,
but you also get an exclusive channel in the Discord. So if you want to join the Discord and become a member, then you get double access, because basically there's like an exclusive hidden channel in the Trek Central Discord server where we all hang out. You got Jack and everybody else from the main videos, Mike and I over here, and all of the extra people that help out behind the scenes. If you want to know more about us and chat and geek out with us, we're in there as well. So that's another really good reason to become a member. Also, I asked Jack about this earlier. We've got some special new emotes coming for the YouTube channel for those people that decide to become members. So I'm really excited about that, because I am an emote like nut. I love emotes. I'm like, if there's a cute emote, I get really excited about it. The ones that we had on Twitch with the Pike one, I use that on every single channel anytime I watch anything, because it's just so cute. I think that's we've got them in the chat now. I am so excited about the new emotes coming. So definitely another reason to become a member if you're not already. And then also you get to have a bit of input in what's going to come out onto the channel, because you get to have monthly topic suggestions where you get to have a bit of a discussion as an audience about what you want to see on the channel and what we're going to eventually turn into videos for you. And I think that's a really nice touch. You don't really get to see that a lot on YouTube, with like the community getting to have a voice in the content that they see. So I thought that was a really cool thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so good to be back doing a live stream, because obviously with having members on the account, it enables us to do this kind of thing. So if you really enjoy the live stream today, first of all, like it, share the link, comment afterwards, engage in chat. If you want to see us doing more live streams again, we'd love to do it. We'd love to bring this content and talk more about Star Trek with you.
Yes, please.
So just going through chat a little bit, we've got Hannah Lee in chat, says Space Babies made me cringe. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Lucius Moore is in chat. Hi, Lucius. Lucius is one of my Twitch mods and very great friends. Thank you for being here.
My very good friend Sprigsy just became a channel member, so that's...
Hey!
Thank you, Sprigsy. Welcome to the crew, good sir.
There's a lot of love for Prodigy in chat.
Good.
Jarvis and I were talking about that. We'd love to see it renewed. We're going to talk about a little bit, just before we start talking about SDCC news, we're going to talk about kind of what's happened since we last live streamed and get your thoughts on, the Trek that we've had in that time, because there's a lot that we haven't talked about. Maria Kelly, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, good to have you in here. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
And so, Mahida, Skydance. Oh, are we talking about Prodigy? I mean, I think Netflix for Prodigy season 3 would have to pick up the production of it, whereas they just brought it up last time. So
we've got to wait and find out. And I'm hoping we might hear about it today, but it's not in the list of things that we know we are going to hear about. So
yeah.
For example, like we know we're going to hear about Section 31. There's a panel for Section 31, Strange New Worlds, Starfleet Academy, and Lower Decks Season 5. So we know that we're going to be getting information about all of those things. We don't know if we're going to hear anything about Prodigy. I don't know. I hope we do. I've just finished watching Season 2. Mike hasn't seen it yet. So...
I haven't seen any of it yet. I don't have Netflix, so I need to get creative in how I watch it. But yes, I need to watch Prodigy Season 2 because I really enjoyed the first season. It's great Trek. Similarly to why I love Lower Decks so much, there's so much love in that given to Star Trek, and I just appreciate it so much. And yes, some other channels' thumbnails have given a lot of things away, but I'm looking forward to seeing that.
It's wonderful. It really is wonderful. I have made no like qualms about how much I loved season 1, and this time last year when we were like not knowing if we were gonna get a season 2. It was horrible. It was horrible. I was so nervous because first of all, hologram Janeway needs to be protected at all costs. I love her so much. She's like, I like Janeway, but hologram Janeway.
She broke our heart. Yeah, she broke our heart.
I just love her. So I that show has like a special place in my heart just for her. I don't know if you can see the background. Oh, up there, look, I've got a little Murph in the background that TJ from Trek Central made me. Well, they didn't make it for me. They made it for my baby, but I've stolen it and put it in my office because I like Murph.
We've got Ash in chat asking for some DS9 related crumbs.
Ooh.
Please. If you don't know, I am the biggest DS9 fan on the planet. The number of times I have rewatched the entirety of DS9. Yes, I would love that. What does Trek Central think about Gary 7 appearing on Strange New Worlds?
I just saw someone else go, who is Gary 7? So if you have seen Prodigy, or if you've seen Enterprise and you know who Daniels is, Gary 7 is the same kind of like out of time, like watching everything that's going on type character that was in the original series. I think it was
the same
season
kind of thing
2.
that Wesley is as well.
Yeah, so what Wesley is in Prodigy. But yeah, I think it was season 2 of the original series, but don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But that's who Gary 7 is. I think it would be interesting if they were in Strange New Worlds. However, I don't know how easily that could be done. I don't know.
It could be done. We know that, season 3, they're going to be introducing Corby, which is Chapel's fiance, who obviously has a lot, big storyline in the original series. So know that's happening in season 3, Strange New World. So a few of us at Trek Central have differing opinions. I don't think they're cramming too much into Strange New Worlds, which I appreciate. So
yeah, I think we all said this last year. So we were doing a live stream after every episode of Strange New Worlds last year, and one of the things we were all quite nervous about was like putting too many of the original series characters into it and then taking away from the characters that we love from Strange New Worlds. I was personally a bit hesitant about the fact that Scotty is now going to be a regular. They have already announced that, I believe, like months ago now, that he's going to come back, because we've already met him in Strange New Worlds, but he's going to be a regular, or at least a reoccurring guest character. I can't remember which one. And I really enjoyed him, but I would really rather that the cast remained mostly Pike's crew, and not Kirk's crew. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Cameos are cool, but having them come in more and more, I feel a bit on the fence. How do you feel about that? Are you excited to see them? Or
one of our key, I really loved meeting Scotty in that finale of Strange New Worlds. Largely because it's the first time an actual Scottish person has ever played Scotty. But I just thought he was so interesting. It was so interesting to see this young version of the character who's quite clearly traumatized by that event, the events that happened. But also as well, one of the biggest things that we said about the whole season was that we saw very little of Pelia, and we really loved everything that we saw of Pelia. So we wanted to see Pelia. I guess as well, since we kind of last talked back on the channel, we've had the final season of Discovery.
Oh, wait, 1 minute. I've just seen Jack's given us an alert.
I've seen that.
There is about to be a Section 31 trailer dropping, so that's really exciting. And also Strange New World Season 3 clips are about to drop as well. So that's quite exciting. That's one thing that's going to happen all the way throughout the stream, by the way, is we've got Jack on like Discord telling us what's happening.
Yeah.
So
we won't be able to show the clips or the trailers, but we'll have some visuals for you shortly.
Yeah.
So we can show you some things from them. So whilst they're cooking in the background, So I guess Prodigy we've talked a little bit about since we were last on live stream together. Season 2 has found its home and it has now, premiered. So that's really exciting. A lot of us are really hoping for a season 3 of that. I'm not baiting my breath. That's something that I don't think they'll announce, but I think it'd be awesome if it did happen. But I guess kind of Discovery, we didn't manage to get to talk about. Has everyone in chat seen the final season of Discovery? What did you think of it?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Adam Bunting, welcome to the crew.
Hey.
Thank you so much for becoming a member. You now get access to that awesome host of wonderful things, like the secret Discord channel where you can chat to us. So really excited and welcome. Thank you. We really appreciate that. What did you think, Adam? What did you think if you watched Discovery? Did you like it? I wonder if...
We've got Ash in chat saying if they're going to wonder if they're going to introduce Bones. I would think so. Yeah, they seem to be doing it quite gradually. And I actually would, given how much Bones, I think, was my favourite character in the Calvin universe.
Bones. Yeah.
Mainly because, it's what's his face?
Carl Urban.
It's Carl Urban, and who doesn't love every single thing that Carl Urban does? But I think young Bones will be actually really interesting. Oh, that reminds me. Did you see the news that the Doctor from the original Pike pilot of the original series is coming back to Strange New Worlds?
No. Wait,
and I can't
hang on
remember his
though.
name.
Does that mean that something's going to happen to our beloved Doctor? Because I'm not on board with that. Or maybe he's coming because Chapel is going to do her course?
We know that in the Strange New Worlds timelines, the pilot, the original pilot, happened years ago. And that Doctor was the chief engineer at that time. We know in the original series, Mbenga isn't the chief medical officer at that point. So I don't know if it would make sense for the old chief engineer to come back and be the new chief engineer. But I don't know. I love Mbenga a lot. He's an amazing character.
We love Mbenga.
Especially when he's not wearing a shirt.
Mbenga is a bit of a daddy. We have had this discussion.
What was the Klingon episode where he was really angry and in the shower, and I was like, really enjoying this.
We do stand Mbenga in this on this channel. It's look, he's wonderful and he's so good. Like honestly, the episode where it was like him and Chapel like using the serum to become strong. I can't remember what the episode was called, but that was so good.
That was a weird serum. It felt almost kind of like Heroes, didn't it? That was a great show back in the day. We got Brett Nelson asking, where's Lieutenant Commander Adam? He's around. He does more of it. So Jarvis and I do the live stream content on the channel. Adam does the wonderfully witty videos for us, and Dr. Boyce, that's the Doctor. Thank you, Brian. Yes, Dr. Boyce is coming back to Strange New Worlds. And
welcome, David. We have another crew member. Another crew member. Look at this. Thank you, David. Welcome to the crew, good sir. We appreciate you.
We've got Ranger Donny hoping everyone as well on this first weekend of the Paris Olympic Summer Games. Yes, absolutely. We've got Disco Season 5 best in Season 2. I kind of agree, actually. Funnily enough, I'm not in Paris, but I am on holiday in France. I wanted to make sure that I was here for the live stream because we always love talking track together. I always describe Jarvis as my YouTube wife.
Yeah. Mike is my YouTube husband. My real husband is out there somewhere, but Mike is my YouTube husband. Evangeline, welcome to the crew as well. Lovely. Thank you so much. Look at all these lovely people joining the crew. We really appreciate it. Like, I can't explain how much we appreciate it. Like, everyone at Trek Central really loves nerding out with you guys. Like, part of the fun of doing this is like talking to everyone in the comments and then going into Discord and seeing what people enjoyed, and when we get to do the live streams after each episode when we're watching a series, like getting to chat with you each week. We love it so much and we couldn't do it without your support, so it means so much to us that you guys are doing this, so thank you. Really appreciate it. It's
yeah. So we've got also some talking chat about Discovery. The Arnold Gautier says the Discovery crew adapted way too easily to a life comparatively very distant in the future. I agree. I think one of the things I'd always said about Discovery was that they went so far in the future and they told us so little about what had happened to all the planets that we love so much.
Yeah, that's the one thing I felt.
How could you go so far and still never see a Klingon? Like, they just couldn't tell us. It was like they were too afraid to commit to.
Yeah, and like if they wanted to do another series set in between, like they couldn't say something and then have to backtrack on it, and it was like they'd kind of put their foot in the mouth before they'd even done it.
It's like the only planets they committed to telling stories about were Vulcan, which is Ni'Var, and Trill. Because really, when you think about it, we got very little Earth because the Federation HQ is not at Earth anymore.
Yeah.
And all the other planets that we really visited were kind of far away or Kaminar. So yeah, it's kind of a lot of wasted opportunity there. But I do agree, season 5 was excellent. So I was really happy with that. I think the ending of season 5 was beautiful.
I'm so happy with the ending.
That time jump was beautiful, and I was so happy to see Alder Burnham and Alder Burke. So these are spoilers, by the way. If you haven't seen the end, sorry, you've had time. You know, they were great.
Yeah. Also, I have been the biggest fan of Saru since the beginning. Like, Saru very quickly became one of my favorite Trek characters of all time.
Action Saru.
I just love Saru, and this season I felt like Saru really was done justice and like ended up exactly where he needed to be. Because
any Commander Nhan fans in house?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Kinda.
She came in all guns blazing and then kind of disappeared on a seed ship.
Sprixie.
That was a bit weird.
Sprixie just said justice for Zora. Okay, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Zora, like, that was an atrocity. What the Federation did to Zora.
Yeah. We both felt the same about that because we had a long... Jarvis and I talk in Discord a lot, and we both had very much the same feelings of that. Like, Zora is a life form. She wanted to be a part of Starfleet. There is absolutely zero reason why the Discovery had to go anywhere, do anything, why it couldn't be a starship in service. You know, it's bizarre why you'd leave an actual life form like that alone for so long.
I know.
It's like you're begging for an AI sentient being to turn evil and destroy the Federation. Like,
I know, and also having seen the short trek that it was like setting up, like it ends horribly for her. Like it just, I hate it. I love Zora so much. She is so loyal to that crew and to Burnham,
absolutely.
and for them to just do that to her, I was like, I feel like I need to riot. I need to like do some. I'm so mad about that. I'm so mad. If they don't address it at some point, I'm gonna cry.
We're never gonna hear about it again. We've got Adam in chat saying really loved Discovery's final season. The only downside was the rushed ending. Wish they could have given us a proper ending, you know, with a couple more episodes. That would have been perfect. They already shot the whole season.
Yeah.
When it got the can, and the most they could get out of it was a few reshoots. And I think with what they were given, they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I agree though, Adam. Like, it is a shame. I wish they had been given like a bit more advance warning, so that we could have had like a few more, you know, tying up loose ends and things like that. Because it did sort of stop.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
Considering how average I'd found Discovery overall, I thought that final season was excellent.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just heading over to our Trek Central Twitter page a minute, just because I think we're starting to drop stuff over there now. If, by the way, you're not following us on Twitter, which I know is now called X, but I will only ever call it Twitter, so deal with it.
It will always be Twitter to me.
It will. Make sure you do follow us over there. It's at the Trek Central. Don't forget the. I forget the every time I try and find us. And then I'm like, where are we? It's the Trek Central. Because anytime there's any kind of news to do with Trek, it doesn't have to be during an event like this weekend. we will be putting out information there first. So you'll get to see it straight away. Anytime anything goes up on the website, links are dropped on there. It's a really great place to keep up to date with all things Trek.
Evangeline says we won't be seeing any more of Her Royal Highness Grudge the cat.
Oh, Grudge was 2 cats. Did you know that? Did you know that it was 2 cats that played
I didn't.
Grudge?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out this season. I don't remember where it was, but like Booker was talking about it in an interview. There are 2 cats that play Grudge, and I'm like, are they up for adoption? Because
David
I kind
Ajala.
of want one. I know. I love Booker. I hope Booker goes on to have a really good career. Like,
yeah.
Really, really hope. Okay, we got to clear this up. There have been no casting announcements of Dr. Boyce or Piper on Strange New Worlds. The recent casting has been for Dr. Roger Corby. He was once seen in the original series and was Nurse Chapel's fiance. Yeah, so we
See if I can find where it was.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Mike's the only one that's seen this, so having a quick drink because it's a million degrees in this room.
I have seen it somewhere.
Speaking of Prodigy, you binged season 2 on Netflix. It was amazing. Best Canada day ever. Yeah, Donnie, I tried to eke it out, so we watched 1 episode a week with dinner, like every night, 1 episode a day with dinner, and made it last as long as I could. So good. It was so good. I loved it so much. Also, the voice actress that was in Fallout as the main girl in the Fallout series is, I didn't even put the 2 and 2 together, is also the main female character in Prodigy, and I was like, wait, what? She's everywhere. She's in everything at the moment. Oh,
wait, is she?
Yeah, it's the main character from the Fallout series. Is
and she was also in
Gwen.
Yellow Jackets
She's Gwen.
as well.
Yeah, she's Gwen.
I didn't know she was Gwen.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Huh.
Thank you. My brain just broke at it. By the way, guys.
Purnell, that's right.
My
Yellow
brain
Jackets
is like a
very
sieve.
stressful to watch. If anyone in chat has watched all 2 seasons of Yellow Jackets,
I've not seen any of
that
it.
is some stressful TV to watch.
I've not seen any of it.
The Fallout was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. It
More
was really
of that,
good.
please.
It was really, really good. Yeah, Ella Purnell. She was like really good in Prodigy. I like loved Gwen. I think she's a great character. She's so like selfless and like the polar opposite of what she was brought up to be. Like I just really love that character. If you had a choice of anyone to voice act for Gary 7, who would it be? To voice act? Not Troy Baker, because he does everything.
John Hamm.
Nah. Nah. Who? Having a good think now.
He's got the suaveness. I think he'd be great.
He does, but I don't know. Oh my god, I can see this guy's face and I can't think of his name. The guy, Anthony Starr, the guy that plays Homelander.
Really?
Yeah, not with his own accent, with an American accent instead of his Australian accent. But there's just something about Anthony Starr's voice that's like really commanding.
I will only ever hear that voice as Homelander, and with all the Homelanderisms around it. Okay, so Jack has just tweeted the new trailers for Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks. The full clip for Strange New Worlds and the trailer for Lower Decks. So we should hopefully have some artwork to share with you. Otherwise, you can catch that on Twitter.
On the Twitters.
And I will cheekily watch them so that we can talk about them.
Yes, that's good, because I'm going to stay here and not do that and have to wait with everybody else.
I am a massive fan of Lower Decks.
David Tennant for Gary 7. That would be good, Gwen. That would be good. I could see that. John Noble's already a voice actor in Trek, because he plays Gwyn's dad in Prodigy, whose name I cannot remember right now. By the way, if my brain is civvy, I have had a baby in the last 12 weeks, so I am still on like mum brain, and I am forgetting everyone's names. It's not because I'm a bad nerd, I promise. Ben Kingsley as well. Yeah, I could see that. I could see Ben Kingsley, Brian. I think that would be a good one. Expect season 2 of Pro to debut on home media formats in time for Christmas. Okay. And if you could bring back one Enterprise, which one would it be? Not the Enterprise D, since they already brought her back. The Enterprise, the original. Why are you laughing? Why is he laughing? Oh no. What?
Pelia.
Is it a Pelia clip?
It's a Pelia thing. Okay.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Hannah.
Wow.
Just before I'm going to tell everyone this, just while Mike does this. So now that I've mentioned it, guys, guess what my baby's middle name is? Just guess. It's very Trek. I'm going to see if anyone can guess it. If anyone can guess it, I would be really impressed. It's the Trekiest middle name you could ever give a child. Right, go. Tell us about the Pelia clip. Oh god, he's dying.
Okay, so we've got like a 5-minute clip. So I've watched a couple of minutes of that. So for some reason, obviously this takes place sometime after the start of the season. It does, kind of spoiler alert, give us the spoiler that they're all okay after the cliffhanger of the last season. So they're all in sick bay. And the majority of the main cast are being given the same serum that turned Spock human, but reversed, turned them into Vulcans.
Oh, what?
There is zero context around why they need to be turned into Vulcans. And I'm kind of okay with that. But you've got Uhura, you've got Pike, you've got Laan, you've got Chapel. They're all still there. The whole crew is all together. And of course Pelia. And for some reason the serum doesn't work on Pelia. And what really tickled me is just everyone's on the floor, just going through all these changes, and Pelia's just like la 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 la. And for some reason it doesn't. And then they all just start getting back up, and they've got the Vulcan eyebrows, they've got Vulcan forehead and ears and stuff, and they all start talking more Vulcan for some reason.
Amazing.
We don't know why this is the case. So we're going to be speculating about this for a long time. But then Mbenga's like, okay, it doesn't look like the serum works on you. And then so Pelia literally said, and this is what really tickled me, I had the same problem with LSD in the 60s, pause, and the 90s. Oh,
I love Pelia.
Is just fantastic. So I'm so glad we get to see more Pelia.
I'm jealous. I can't wait to watch that. I'm going to try and not watch these and let you react and tell me about them until after. Okay. Ash got it, by the way. Ash and Turner, you already knew it because you're in the Discord. Turner's cheating, but Ash got it. Tiberius. We named our child's middle name Tiberius. Because, one, it's a strong name. Two, like, we're the biggest Trekkies ever, and we couldn't not give him a Trek name. And whilst we were researching it and second-guessing ourselves, we found out that Julius Caesar's first name is actually Tiberius. He was Tiberius Julius Augustus Caesar. So it's a strong name. But yeah, it was mostly because of Kirk. We've also, by the way, just tweeted out Lower Decks trailer. Lower Decks Season 5 trailer. So... Okay. You need to watch it.
The clip for Strange New Worlds is 5 minutes long. So that is a bit of a lengthy clip. Jack says that the Strange New World pictures have gone up. So
on Twitter or on...
Yeah, on Twitter. So you might be able to pull those up on stream whilst I watch this Lower Decks.
Yes, I will get those up.
Because I'm obsessed with Lower Decks.
Oh, we've got the picture of... Chris O'Sullivan, is that his name? Who's going to be Corby, so I can show you that. Let me switch to my show and tell screen. I got a show and tell screen. That's why I named it, because I used to be a teacher and that's the only thing I can think of. Here we go. Right, let me scroll down a bit. There we go. So, Killian O'Sullivan is to play Roger Corby in Strange New Worlds. So this is... who we mentioned earlier, who's a doctor, who is Chapel's fiance. I'm like heartbroken about this because I was really shipping Chapel and Spock, and then she, in that musical episode, she was just like tore his heart out. Like she was cold as hell. I don't want to see her happy at the moment, and I feel bad about that. But I'm like, I have vengeance in my heart against her. How do you guys feel about her? Because I'm like, that was just cold, Chapel. That was just cold. Just mean. But yeah, so this, I haven't seen this guy in anything else. Have you guys seen him in anything? Is he in anything that I should watch and check out? He's cuter than the original Dr. Corby, says Maria. Yeah, he's pretty hot. Not gonna lie, he is a cutie. So this is on the Trek Central channel, so website, so trekcentral.net. There's an article up there about everything to do with it. I'm quite excited about that. I think that's really interesting. I'm gonna go back to Mike a minute so we can see his reactions. There he is. There's Mike. Hi, Mike. He's just nodding. Why are you nodding? This is Mike watching the Lower Decks trailer. Look at him! I'm going to show that. Yeah, I think she's stunned. Right. How dare she do that to our Spock? Right, go on, tell us all about Lower Decks.
Okay, so it starts up with an interdimensional rift. Well, it starts up with a kind of a preamble, etc., etc. It takes about a minute for the actual trailer to get going. But yeah, it starts off with an interdimensional portal with an alternate Cerritos, which already looks hilarious.
Oh, what, Mirrorverse, or just we don't know?
Don't know, alternate universe. Then cuts into some Klingons and Boimler and Mariner doing what looks like a similar pain stick ceremony to what O'Brien and Bashir had to do for Worf's wedding.
Okay.
So somebody may get a wedding. Kendi looks to be back somehow, and they're doing some kind of undercover operation. Jennifer's also back.
Oh!
We love Jennifer here.
Interesting.
But I will say quite a lot of the Cerritos stuff is without Tendi. She's only in a few bits, so it looks like it won't just be resolved in one episode with her having to go out to Orion. We've got the whole of them in the bar with T'Lyn. We love T'Lyn.
I love T'Lyn so much. T'Lyn was the perfect addition. Like, the perfect addition to that crew. 4.5 Vulcans. I love her. But I'm really sad about Tendi not being there at the beginning. I'm gonna really miss her.
We've got some Dr. Miglimu. Oh, that's an alternate. Oh, that's an alternate Rutherford. That must be from the other Cerritos.
Is it? Oh, I want to know now. Do we think it's the Mirrorverse, or do we think it's a different universe again?
Let's have a quick look at the starship. So they're kind of wearing alternate Starfleet uniforms. So let's have a quick look at that.
I would love to see the Terrans ISS Cerritos. Yeah, I would too.
No, they're exactly the same kind of uniforms. So it's not mirror uniforms.
Okay.
So Mariner is the captain, not Captain Freeman. We've got Jack as first officer. Boimler with a beard who looks more like Riker.
Yeah, but he totally would style himself after Riker, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got Shax on tactical, and then you've got Rutherford in a more extreme kind of cyborg outfit. So fully bald head, more robotics at the chest plate for some reason. So yeah, it looks really interesting. I feel like they've given us a lot more in past season trailers, but obviously I hope they're holding a lot back. You know, they always save some kind of massive reveal or massive cameo for the trailer. They haven't given us this time. So I'm kind of, I mean, there was an interview with Gabrielle Ruiz, who plays T'Lyn, and she said that the guest stars and you know, the guest appearances in the season will blow our mind. And I have no doubt at all that that's actually true, because they really do nail it every season. So
yeah, they do. I see Gwen in the chat is like Captain Becky Mariner, and she's standing there. By the way, Gwen is one of our members as well. And one of the things we didn't mention earlier about memberships is that you also get to see all of the content early, which is really nice. So you get early access to the videos from the YouTube channel, and you also get behind the scenes stuff. So things that are basically us Trek Central crew getting up to all sorts of shenanigans. You'll be able to see behind the scenes stuff. Like when we get to go to events, you'll probably get to see us like going around the events and doing things there and hanging out and doing lives and things like that. There's all sorts of different things that you'll get to see. So don't forget, if you want access to all that stuff, hit that join button below, as so many of you have already done tonight. And Gwen, thank you. You're already a member, but I just wanted to say thank you because we haven't said that to you tonight. But yeah,
we'll be hoping to be at M7 Comic Con as well in October. So we're hoping to be back there as Trek Central. So we'd really love to see as many of you there as possible if you're able to come to London for that. We had a blast last year, so we'd love to see everybody there again this year. And stay tuned for more news on that as we organise that.
Yeah, definitely. Which again, Discord. Join the Discord, because any kind of like sort of in the know knowledge you need to know will be dropped in Discord as well. So Strange New Worlds then. We've had the clip. Is there a trailer? Have we had a trailer, or have we just had a clip so far? I think it's just a clip,
Only
right?
a clip. Yeah,
okay.
Only the clip. It's got no kind of planned air date. I imagine they've still got a lot to work on behind the scenes because of the strike last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because so as far as the panels like actually going, so the people that are going to be there for the panels, we haven't really run through this with you yet. So for Lower Decks, Jack Quaid is there. I love Jack Quaid.
I adore him. I love him so much.
He's just I stand him so. I'm a Boys fan as well. Like I really love the Boys, and I also love his Superman show that he's Superman in. Like he's just perfect. He is a nerd.
He's in everything. He's one of the most busiest actors out there. He's literally in everything.
He is.
And we talked at length last year about those old scientists.
Yeah.
I never imagined, even as talented as Jack Quaid is, he would bring Boimler to life in as much an animated way as he did.
Yeah.
The hip wiggles was just exceptional.
Yeah, he's a real physical actor. Like to take something that's been only animated and bring it to the real like IRL verse and do it so true to the way that character is just unbelievable. And Tawny was just as good. Like Tawny Newsome was brilliant as Mariner. Like they both were so good in that episode. And I like have a real big hope that we'll get to see those characters again in the real verse, especially seeing as Lower Decks is now on its last season. Because they're great characters, man. They're so good. Boimler,
great characters.
Boimler, the thing I love about Boimler is he's just us. Like Boimler is all of us. He loves Trek as much as we love Trek. Like he's a fan of all of the captains past. Like he's just, if we were put into that universe, we would be Boimler basically. He's the us, and he does it so well, and it's so cute, and I love him. But anyway, so we've got Jack Quaid, Tawny Newsome, Noelle Wells, my girl, my beautiful girl, Jerry O'Connell, and along with the creator and executive producer Mike McMahon. I always get his name wrong. Mahan, there we go, and Alex Kurtzman. So Mike Mahan is also the co-creator of Solar Opposites. So if you want another good sci-fi like adult cartoon to watch, I recommend checking that out if you like Lower Decks, by the way. Little bonus for you there, because that is a great little sci-fi.
And also, if you like The Boys, check out Invincible on Amazon, because that's really good as well. So no Eugene Cordero then?
No, he is not there. I wonder if that's anything to do with Loki, if he's busy like making Marvel stuff.
I don't think they're working on a season 3 of that.
No, but I wonder if... So I haven't seen it yet, but maybe he's in Deadpool and Wolverine, because Deadpool and Wolverine is also to do with the time people, isn't it? Have you seen it? You saw it. Is he in it?
Yeah, I've seen Deadpool and Wolverine.
Is he in it?
He's not in it, no.
Ah, okay. I don't know. Well, anyway, he's not there. So but neither is T'Lyn. T'Lyn's not there either. So
true.
But then it's only one part of the Paramount Plus like Trek panel, so I guess they could only have so many.
You know, we haven't really seen all 4 of them together on a stage in quite a long time.
Yeah.
It's usually just 2 or 3 of them, but I will always be happy to see, you know, 3 of them. But I love Eugene Cordero. He's so funny.
He's adorable.
And I love Rutherford so much. I'd be great if I was a Rutherford when I'm in the mood. So
he is lovely.
I'm in that mood, I mean.
But yeah, so that's the lower decks. That's the lower decks crew, and then for Section 31, this is the first time Section 31 is in Hall H. So that's really exciting. Although I am a little bit disappointed because my girl isn't there. Michelle Yeoh is not there. And obviously she is the character. Like, the reason why we're watching Section 31 more than anything is for her. So I'm a bit I mean, what do you guys think about that? Like, do you mind that she's not there? The people that are going to be there are Amari Hardwick, Sam Richardson, and Casey Roll. They're actors that are in it. Obviously, we don't know a lot of information about Section 31 still. It's quite, like, under wraps. So I don't know those actors that well. I know Sam Richardson. I don't know the other 2. And then, obviously, Kurtzman is there.
Sam Richardson was in the after party, right?
Yeah.
And I love him in that so much. Yeah. He's fantastic in that. I really, really love him. He's an amazing actor. I wonder if Michelle Yeoh is doing like the press tour for Wicked. Oh, Cassandra in chat is in Paris for the Olympics. She's
for the Olympics. I did see the advert that she did for the refugee team, which I thought was beautiful. She's just wonderful. Like, I am a really big fan of Michelle Yeoh.
Chat hopes to see the post-Nemesis Enterprise E in lower decks. That would be awesome, with Captain Worf in command.
That would be cool.
At that point, Jean-Luc could have moved on. That would be fantastic. I would definitely adore that.
I would love to see animated Worf.
We need to find out what happened to the Enterprise. It was not Worf's fault. That's all we know.
Yeah, hashtag not Worf's fault. Yeah, exactly, Turner. Exactly. Not Worf's fault. We need to find out.
Maria Michelle Yeoh is not at San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, she's not there.
She is in the feature.
Yeah.
She is not.
She's still the main character in Section 31, but she's not at Comic Con. But
can we get hashtag not Worf's fault trending, please?
Yes. I love Worf. I would love to see him in lower decks. Actually, that would be really fun. And then moving on to Strange New Worlds, so Anson Mount was supposed to be there. He announced just before we went live that he's not going to be there, and that's because a friend is in need and he's being there to support his friend, which feels so very Pike. Like, he would be there for his friends when they need him, and I just feel like, you know, we can't be mad at him for that. So Anson isn't there.
He's also got magnificent hair as usual.
Oh, he's just a beautiful person inside and out.
We have some breaking news as well.
Oh, go on.
The trailer for Section 31 is expected imminently.
Exciting! Full trailer. Yeah. Okay. So keep an eye out on Twitter if you want to watch it. Don't forget at the Trek Central, and then come back and tell us all about it once it is up there. Carrying on with Strange New World, so Rebecca Ramin is there, Ethan Peck is there, and then again Kurtzman, Akiva Goldsman, and Henry Alonso Myers are there. And then for Starfleet Academy, it's just the showrunners that are there for Starfleet Academy. So again, that's Alex Kurtzman and then Noga Landau.
No Tilly.
No Tilly. Yeah, no Tilly. I guess maybe they're filming, and that's why. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's quite a sparse lineup of people, to be honest. In my opinion, I don't know. What do you guys think?
They've announced quite a few people. I forget the name of the person they announced yesterday. They've announced a lot of people in guest capacity, haven't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we've still got a way to go before we'll see anything about it right now, because it's not even filming. So there's a lot that they're gonna save. So we've got Evangeline in chat saying Anson Mount is probably cooking for his friend right now. I fully believe that is true. So
yeah, probably. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, chat. What do you think? They've got 4 shows being talked about. Okay, we've got 4 panels, but I feel like the panels are quite sparse. personally, as like a giant nerd myself, like if I was going to go to SDCC, like part of the fun is getting to see the actors in the shows that you love, and I feel like we're quite sparse on that front from Paramount. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, like I've said, like they've had a couple of shows come to an end now, and it is a little bit quiet for them. Maybe that's why they're doing the Doctor Who crossover panel. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. Speaking of which, actually, let me get up the pictures from SFX magazine that we got. Let me switch to my other feed. You can still be heard, you just can't be seen, Mike. So I'm going to switch over to that.
That's fine. I need to mute myself for a second.
Oh, he's leaving me. Okay, so earlier on, SFX showed some of the stuff that was in the crossover, like in-person bit in the hall, like not the hall, but the like exhibit area. And so there's the crossover like area between Doctor Who and Star Trek is there. They've got like some of the costumes and information about it all. If you are there or you know someone that is there, like let us know if there are more pictures. We'd love to see it. They've got some of the Trek uniforms there. These are just gorgeous. I really want one. Mike has one of these and I'm jealous. I need one of the Lower Decks uniforms. I think they're gorgeous. So yeah, they've got. I would like to see these.
It's only a very cheap one. I don't have an amazing quality one, but yeah, I do have a top. Yeah. I
still want it though. I still want it. And then also, they've got this like make your own Star Trek T-shirt thing going on over there that I'm quite interested in. You can kind of like pick where you put your like logos and stuff, and then you can put your own Star Trek things on it. I would just have 3 Moopsies. I would just put Moopsie right across the middle. As you can see, I love Moopsie. Moopsie is my friend.
Never too much Moopsie.
I previously had Moopsie on the shelf where Skelly is there. And if you don't know Skelly's a skeleton from Hades, the game. And then I realised that Moopsie would like destroy Skelly, so I had to separate them. I felt bad about that. But yeah, so you can like put a phrase on the back and stuff. I think that's quite a cool little thing to have, and they're printing them on demand. I haven't seen anything like that at a con before, so I thought that was quite cool. And then we've also got a picture of like the actual kind of main booth for Paramount Plus's Trek area, and it reminded me so much of the menagerie from the first or second episode, the Moopsie episode of the last season of Strange New Worlds. Because when you go in, you've got these little. Yeah, I think it was the first. It might have been the second though, but someone will know. Someone will know in the chat. But yeah, they have all these like little like windows into bits to do with Trek, which I thought was really cool.
The first episode was them stealing the Cerritos.
Oh yeah, okay.
The first contact.
So it must have been the second.
That was that season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It all blends into one at this point. It might not be. I might be thinking of the wrong season.
I've slept since then, Mike. I've slept since then.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Moopsie versus the attack triple. Yeah. I think Moopsie would win. I don't know. So yeah, so there's lots of different things going on. Like if you have anyone that is there, like get more pictures for us. We'd love to see more. Get it in the Discord. Share them in the Discord. We want to see as much as we can because we are all stuck here in the UK, apart from Adam who lives in America, but the rest of us are stuck here. So can't go. So if you...
Well, I'm in France. I'm not in the UK.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, but you're on holiday. Doesn't count. But yeah, so if there's any photos, we would love to see them. One day I'll go to SDCC. One day. Hopefully there'll still be some Trek going on. Oh, the trailer's up, Evangeline? Okay, Section 31 trailer has dropped. It has dropped. Come on, guys, you're going to have to tell me what it's all about. Let me know. As soon as we get any images, I will whack them up on screen for you. Because we can show pictures. We just can't show the trailer, otherwise we're going to get copyright trouble. So Mike's going to go watch that now. I'm going to keep an eye on the Trek Central channel. Oh, we've got a gif of Scotty though in Strange New World, so I'm going to show you that while Mike watches that trailer.
Right, let me I'll track down this trailer and I will give you the first shot on that.
We've got a gif of Martin Quinn as Scotty back in season 3 that we said earlier. Well, I figured out how to hide in plain sight. I'm really I do love him. I think he's really good as Scotty, but again, I'm on the fence about how much we need TOS characters in Strange New Worlds as regulars or as
Oh,
guests.
I just spotted something else as well. I don't know if we've mentioned this yet. Akiva Goldsman has revealed that the team are in the very early stages of working out if they can bring a musical version of Subspace Rhapsody to the stage.
What? Oh my goodness!
Given how much Broadway talent they've got on that cast, I could 100% believe.
It probably wouldn't be them though. I guarantee it probably wouldn't be them.
Yeah.
It would be a completely different cast, I imagine. It would be great if we had like the cast from the show in it, but I would imagine if they did do it, it would be someone else. But as a musical nerd, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. That would be amazing. We should do, like, if it does happen, we should do like a Trek Central fan watch. We should all go to London one weekend and watch it if they do it in London. That would be amazing. Just everyone go together.
The YouTube trailer that's linked along with our Trek Central tweet seems to be private. Oh no, yeah, no, it's private, so I can't view it. Unfortunately, so I'll keep my eye on that and see if we can get a working trailer for that.
Yeah, it's there, so you guys can head over and check it and watch it yourselves if it goes up. That would be really cool. Have John Tafer rescued? Okay. Yeah, Jose. No, don't worry. We guessed what you meant. It's okay. Autocorrect is a bully. It's a bully. Okay, I'm gonna go back to show your beautiful face. There we go.
my very tanned face.
I know, I'm jealous. There's
and
me.
This lovely Airbnb lighting.
Starting your campaign to cast Aaron Tvet as Pike in the stage adaptation. I do not know who this person is, Ash. Do I need to know who this person is? Should I Google them? I'm gonna have a look. Aaron to eat. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay, yeah, I could see that. He'd need to go grey, but like I could see that. He's got the lift in his hair. He's got the lift. I could see it. We should get like fan casting polls going in the Discord, and then write up like a who we want to play. Jack, get on it.
He's got a very handsome face.
He's got the hair for Pike.
I could see him, having the Pike quiff.
So did he announce that on a panel, or did he say it beforehand?
The stage musical, it was on a panel.
Okay, cool.
And it seems like it was a surprise to even Peck. So.
Oh, what? That's so cool. I bet Peck was out there going, I'm not doing it. Don't make me do it. We've got images now, by the way.
I was going to say, I was just about to say that. Those are some very cool images.
Back to my show and tell. This looks like Tron to me.
Michelle Yeoh is just so cool.
Why is she so beautiful and doesn't age? Like, she is, like, better looking now than I was in my 20s. Like, damn it,
well,
girl.
you know the phrase, Asian don't raisin.
She's so beautiful and so talented. By the way,
she's a stunner.
I am so mad at Netflix for cancelling her TV show that she was in, The Brother's Son. Like, if you like Giorgio and you like seeing Michelle like as a badass, please go and watch Brother's Son, because it's one of the best shows Netflix has ever put out, like ever, and they've cancelled it. I'm so upset about it. She plays like the wife of a triad leader, and one of her sons has come with her to America to like hide from that life, and one of her sons has stayed in Taipei and become like the next in line to run the triad, and shenanigans occur. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it is the funniest, best action, most heartfelt series I've ever seen, and she is incredible with it. She's incredible.
If they announce that she's in, Only Murders in the Building season 5, I'll be so happy.
I would die.
Along with Scott Bakula.
Yeah, I would die.
Segue for a minute. Did you hear that Only Murders in the Building season 4 is coming in August?
I did not. That is exciting.
Can you believe that? I was expecting this next year because of the strikes. It's coming this year.
That's
next
exciting.
Month. That's wild.
That is exciting. I just saw Turner go, get Anson on stage. He can sing. He can sing.
Oh, he can sing.
But I just don't think they would want to do a stage version because they'd be in TV shows.
No, it would. Yeah, it would take them away from filming and making the actual TV show. Maria says Daniel Craig is a Trekkie and has always wanted to be in a Trek movie or TV series.
That's quite cool.
I feel like Burnham's number one in season 5 could have been Daniel Craig. I could easily have seen that guy being played by Daniel Craig.
I loved that character.
Yeah, he was great, wasn't he?
I am so sad they brought him in just to end the show, because he was like, he brought so much to that series. Like, it felt like he had been missing the entire time once he was there. Like, I hated him to begin with, and they wanted you to not like him, I think. And I warmed up to him so quickly, and I was like, I wish you had been in this from the beginning. Like,
he was such a well-written character, such
brilliant,
amazing character development.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job. And yeah, I look at a lot of, aspects of that season, and I'm really sad that, we won't get more of that, because, they sowed some really interesting seeds that would have been awesome to see grow in further seasons. So it's a real shame we won't get any more of that.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, these are really good images. Like Giorgio there, I don't know, like she looks very fancy, like she's at a ball or something with diamond earrings on and like a fancy necklace. And then here she's like full sci-fi with like the craziest eyeliner I've ever seen. I don't know what's going on with that. Her earrings are really Trek. I love those earrings. So yeah,
according, apparently Paramount Plus pulled the trailer for Section 31, but we will keep trying to get hold of that.
Okay.
At San Diego Comic-Con, you do get quite a few things that are audience only.
Yeah, but didn't they put it up on their channel?
Yeah, I don't think this would have been one of them, but for some reason they pulled it. Hopefully we'll try and get it back soon. But yeah, a lot of the things you get as a sneak peek are often audience only, recordings of them can't be shared outside of that room, but we don't usually get that with Star Trek. That's more of a Marvel thing. So
yeah, but also like that video was shared on the Paramount YouTube only to be taken down again, so that's interesting why they would have done that.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on that and we'll bring you the update when we've got it.
Apparently they've started a Lower Deck chant in Hall H, which I think is great. Lower Decks!
I do their chanting the same thing.
It's the best, right? I'm going on record in saying it's the best track in the last 10 years. I love Strange New Worlds, don't get me wrong. I think Strange New Worlds is phenomenal. But Lower Decks is a love letter to everything that is Trek. Like, it's so good. And I feel like it's a giant kick in the teeth that it's being cancelled. Like, there's so much more they could do with these characters. Like, there's so much, like Miggly Moo, for example, like untapped potential there for Miggly Moo. Like, I want more Shax. Give me more Shax. I love Shax. He's amazing. I know we have the comic books and we can go on to explore the characters in the comic books, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. Without those voice actors bringing them to life, it's just not the same. So
Maria wants Idris Elba to be on Strange New Worlds. Well, we kind of saw him in the Kelvin universe, so I'm not sure we'd get that.
Oh yeah, I just completely forgot that. I completely forgot that.
Yeah, he played the villain in Beyond.
Yeah.
Not that we saw much of him actually being Idris Elba. But...
That's the thing. Like I've only. There was a big gap in my Trek knowledge, guys, until recently. I had only seen like 2 or 3 episodes of Enterprise. I have been binging it in the last week and a half, and the amount of people that are in that show that are also in other Trek is unbelievable. Like, unbelievable. Like, every now and then, as soon as an alien comes up, I'm like, okay, who are you? Because you're probably in Trek. There's so many cameos. It is unreal. Like,
there's a lot of people, they do a lot of the same thing. We've got pixels in chat saying the Section 31 trailer looks awful and nothing like Trek at all. That's not good to hear. I wonder if they're trying to do something a bit more Kelvin-like with it. Maria says, I also want a Jean-Resi Page from Bridgerton to be in Strange New Worlds. He was so funny in the Dungeons & Dragons movie. I would love to see him in Trek.
I need to Google who this is.
That would be hilarious.
He plays the guy they go on the quest for a helmet in the Dungeons and Dragons movie. The one who walks in a straight line and only a straight line.
Oh, he's handsome. Yeah, I could see him in Trek. I would like to see him in Strange New Worlds. Who would you want him to play though? That would be interesting. Like a completely new character, or an original series character.
Yeah, no, I think a completely new character. They do a really good job of inventing new characters. So.
Yeah, Pelia, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
We love Pelia. She's just brilliant. If they ever made Star Trek Voyager, Michelle Yeoh would be an amazing captain. If they ever remade Star Trek Voyager, and find a different route home. Okay, interesting.
Fans want legacy. You're not wrong.
Interesting. Question for everyone here. Is there a certain actor you desperately want to appear in Trek? What sort of character would you want them to play? So I'm guessing that that was an answer to that with the Reggae Page question. I don't know. I like being surprised. Like, I like not knowing who's going to appear in things. Like, when Paul Wesley first came in as Kirk, I was like, oh my god, because I watched The Vampire Diaries. Like, I loved that show. And I also watched a show he was in before that called Fallen, where he played like an angel that had fallen from heaven. That was a bad show. But I love Paul Wesley, and I was really excited to see him. But I never would have fan cast him as Kirk, like, ever.
Yeah. I do love unknown actors, and to answer that question, somebody I'd love to see in Star Trek, Selena Gomez. I'm a huge fan of Selena Gomez as an actress. Also, Tina Fey, I think she'd be hilarious in Star Trek.
I can't agree on either of those. I can't agree. Like, I love Only Murders, but I don't think she's a very good actress. I
love her in Only Murders.
I don't know. I don't think she's that good.
I think it'd be nice.
Who would I like to see?
So we've got Hannah Lee. Can't decide between Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds. The best Trek. The crossover episode broke in the best way. I agree.
Yeah.
The crossover episode broke me entirely. I've watched that more than any other episode ever.
Yeah, I've gone back and watched that. I don't very often go back and watch like single episodes of anything. Like, it's very rare that I'll do that. I'll do a binge watch of things every now and then. Like Smallville, for example, I rewatch every 10 years. I watch the whole thing. And I would probably go back and do that with Strange New Worlds in a few years' time. But I have gone back and watched Those Odd Scientists like several times because it's just so good. You can just you can tell that everybody in that was so happy to be part of that like it just comes out of the screen. It just jumps out at you how happy everybody is to be part of that collaboration and to have those characters. And like Frakes directed that. Frakes is like the king of Trek to me. Like, he understands what makes it special in a way that I don't quite think any other director ever has. I think Frakes is magic. I just love him. He, like, by the way, if I could meet anybody, it would be Frakes. Like, I would die. Like, I think I used to like fall apart when I met famous people at Comic-Cons. I used to like really not do well, and then I got a lot better at it. But I guarantee if I met Frakes, I would die. I would just I wouldn't be able to control myself. I would just
I never even try and get near people at Comic-Cons because it's just too difficult.
I do. So Buffy was my favorite TV show of all time, and I met Willow, and she was like my first crush, and I love her. And I kept my cool. When I met her. It was amazing. I was like, oh my god, I didn't freak out. I didn't cry. I didn't do anything. But if I was to meet Frakes, I can't guarantee I wouldn't just be a mess.
Yeah, I'd probably be very much the same.
Jose, Tom Cruise.
Saying, what if they did a what if style Star Trek hosted by Q playing around with events on the timeline?
That would be amazing,
that would be incredible, because I love Marvel's What If so much, and I love the idea of what if scenarios. But what if they did? Oh, I was going to say something. I can't remember. I had something really funny, like a really funny idea on that. I forgot, it's fallen out of my head. But a what if kind of Star Trek would be actually hilarious. Oh no, hosted by Jonathan Frakes as Jonathan Frakes in the style of that TV.
That TV show that he did. Yeah.
Not true. Didn't happen.
That was. I rewatched that. That's all on YouTube, by the way.
That would be so meta. I would love that. That would be hilarious.
Oh, the Lower Decks chant. Okay, hang on. I'm going to go and see if I can get this up.
So other fan casts: Tom Cruise, Andrew Garfield.
Who would you want Tom Cruise to be?
Angelina Jolie. I couldn't picture any of those people.
On Lower Decks, I could see her doing something on Lower Decks. I could see that,
maybe,
but not IRL.
Yeah. Angelina
see.
Jolie was better in the MCU than I expected her to be.
Jack, Captain Jack, can I show that? Can I show the Lower Decks chant? Is that allowed? Because I don't want to get in trouble. I want permission before I show it.
Nate's in chat. I would absolutely do anything
Nate!
for Deep Space Nine. It's my favourite Trek ever, so I desperately want to know what's going on over there. And yeah, what's O'Brien doing?
You met Patrick Stewart? What? Nate, you need to tell us all about this. You need to tell us all about this. That's amazing. I need to know everything.
He's from very close to where I live, in Yorkshire.
Yeah, that's it, Cassandra. If you had those people in it, they would have to be big fans and just want to be in it, because it would cost so much money. So much money, man. It would be insane. I think, like, for Lower Decks, for me, I more want to see crossover characters in Lower Decks than I want to see, like, cameos of actors. So, like, I would love to see Seven in Lower Decks. I think Seven would be a great character to bring in. Especially because we know how much, like, Boimler loves Seven. I think it would be really good to see that. No, I sat at a table next to him and I couldn't go and talk to him. Oh my god, that's so cool though. You've been in the same room. You shared the same air as our beautiful Captain Picard.
I would love Ncuti Gatwa to be in Star Trek.
Yeah, he would love that, I think. I feel like he would really like that. Ncuti needs to be protected at all costs. I just think he's wonderful. If you've not watched Sex Education, like...
David Tennant would be great. He was great in Jessica Jones, and I think I could imagine David Tennant playing a Discovery villain, like a really menacing Discovery era villain.
I've just seen what Gwen said. Kevin Smith is a Tellarite.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Great. That is such a good shout, Gwen. That is such a good shout. I would love that. Kevin Smith as well, like, he is the biggest nerd of all nerds. Like, I think he would do it for free. He'd just be like, yeah, let me in. Let me do it. I want to do this. Has Jack said yes or not? Can I see? Jack, am I allowed to show this?
See,
He hasn't replied. I'm waiting for permission to show the Lower Decks chant. But we do have another picture of Giorgio looking ridiculously gorgeous. Can I drag that over there? Yes, I do. Right, hang on. Let's go to my show and tell. Look at her. Look at those shoulder pads. Those shoulder pads are everything. That would have, like, she's just stunning. Just stunning.
I'd love to see Alexander Siddig back as Bashir.
Yeah. That would be good.
He's been great in Star Trek Online.
Yeah, that would be good. Bashir has a soft spot in my heart. I need Doctor Who Star Trek crossover on TV. The comic crossover was fun. Needs to be live action. So we were talking about this earlier, Nate, in that, like, they're sharing a stage and a presence at SDCC this year, and the Ncuti series has had, like, lots of Trek hints in it that we feel like they're aiming towards something. Like, it's hard to say, like, were they just aiming towards the Comic-Con panels being together, or is there something else in it? Like, it's all speculation right now, but it's interesting because we did have Doctor Who references in Strange New Worlds as well, didn't we? Last season or the season before? I'm not making that up. It was like something to do with the numbers, but again, not being as big a, like, nerd on the Doctor Who side of things, I can't remember what they were, but I'm pretty sure we had some crossovers. Yeah, Moo, she looks gorgeous, doesn't she? That's a beautiful picture of her. I'm so jealous that I can't watch these trailers until after the stream. I wish we were allowed to show them. It would be amazing if we could. Unfortunately, we will get copyright striked, so we're not allowed. I'm just trying to see if Jack has said yes or no. Jack, come back! If not, if you go to Roddenberry on Twitter, someone has tweeted a video. It's only 18 seconds long, but from Hall H audience of everyone chanting for Lower Decks, which I think is lovely. I think that's really nice. I hope that the creators get to see how loved that show is in their like swan song of it, because they deserve to know just how special the audience finds Lower Decks. Even if Paramount don't know how precious it is, the audience does, and I hope the creators get to see that. A new series has been announced. Oh, Pixel, tell me. Let me know what. I imagine Jack is about to tell us, but you may get in there before Jack does. What has been announced? Who is your inside man, Pixel? How do you know? A lot of companies come together. Paramount, Disney. Yeah, Paramount's doing a lot of it, and then also you've got ID who do the comic books this time. Did ID do the comic books for Doctor Who? Did they do that as well? Come on, Pixel, we need to know. What is happening. New Star Trek series in the works from Justin Simeon and Tawny Newson. Comedy that could be like The Office or Parks and Rec. Okay, so I have faith in Tawny because...
Yeah, it's just gone out on our Trek Central Twitter.
Oh, okay, I'm going. Because Tawny is like the biggest fan of Star Trek. Like,
yeah, and she's writing for Academy.
Yeah, and she like Tawny is Boimler in real life. Like, that is like how much she loves Trek. She's so nerdy about it that I have faith in her for this. And she is funny. She's a funny person. Oh, it's called Star Trek Universe, guys. Okay, let's get this up on the... Here we go.
Interesting. I wonder what time it's going to be in. An action comedy.
I guess that's going to kind of like take the place of Lower Decks in like...
Well, I just wanted more Lower Decks.
I know.
I didn't need anything new.
I know. And I also... I'm intrigued as to how they will handle a comedy with it being live action.
Yeah.
Because making it live action makes it feel more like... I know Lower Decks is like canon, but like... Do you know what I mean?
Starship Universe was the name of the panel, I think.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I feel like having it in live action makes it feel... like more part of canon to me, and like then having it be completely tonally different, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. That sounds like I don't know how I feel about this, but I trust Tawny, so I'm intrigued. So does that mean that she's gonna be like showrunner with Justin Simeon, or she's just writing it?
I think it doesn't say actually what capacity she's running in that with. I don't know if she's experienced enough to be a showrunner, but she's certainly a writer. But we haven't seen any Academy yet, so we don't know how well her writing will translate just yet. But hopefully we'll see something very positive.
Yeah, I see Echelon saying we want legacy, not a sitcom. Yeah, it's interesting that they're announcing new stuff. And like we haven't heard anything from that because they very clearly set up like a plot at the end of Picard. And I know Metalis has gone on to get a show somewhere else, hasn't he? That's not Trek. I can't remember what it was. I feel like recently Metalis has announced that he's going to be doing a show outside of Trek. I can't remember if it was Jack that told me that or I saw it somewhere else. But I believe he's doing something that's not Legacy. So if they do make Legacy, I don't know who's going to do it. That's like... Yeah.
I mean, we kind of have mixed opinions within Trek Central about how Legacy should be done.
Yeah.
Some people aren't fans of Terry Metalis' approach. I loved his approach, and I loved Picard Season 3.
I did.
I think we didn't need Picard Seasons 1 and 2. We could have just gone straight to 3 and worked in the new characters and all of that stuff in there. I think a lot of the first two seasons were a complete waste of time. But Legacy, I'd really like to see, and I'd really like it to fit a lot of what I've not enjoyed of other series, like visiting worlds that we want to know more about.
Yes.
Where is Deep Space Nine? You know, where are they at? What are they doing? Apparently, Bajor joined the Federation, but we didn't see that on screen. Why didn't we see that on screen? What happened?
Yeah.
There's lots of desire for an anthology show. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many points in history that we've missed. You know, Bajor joining the Federation.
That's it, that we're aware of as well. Like, it's not like we don't know these things
The Romulan and
happen.
Vulcan people uniting in Ni'Var. There are so many points of history between Discovery and Legacy. Well, you know, Picard season 3, or, you know, even before Picard, you know, end of Nemesis, let's say. There are so many things that we need to know, that we really want to know. And I would love for either Legacy to be the way to do that, or some kind of anthology season. So Mahida says, wasn't DS9 destroyed? In the beta canon it was, but it's not canon that it was destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. Ash said that Simeon wrote Dear White People. Dear White People is brilliant. It's a really good show on Netflix. So if he's the person that created that, I have more faith about this show. It's really good. It's really funny. It's really moving. It's really well written. And it has a lot to say. So I'm more excited now knowing that that's who that is. So thank you for telling me that, Ash, because I didn't recognize the name. Now I'm even more excited. Hannah said that your ideas could work as short treks. They could, but I feel like that would be missing an opportunity. I feel like there's some lore there to explore. And a short trek, you can't.
The beta canon tells some incredible DS9 stories that I would love to see told out on screen. And one thing that I really love about Terry Matalas's work with Picard is they've worked to bring some of those beta canon and Star Trek Online elements into the show. And I believe he'd work to bring more of that in, because there's a whole series of books post DS9 that, you know, explore more of the Gamma Quadrant, bring in other characters that are so fascinating. You know, there's a past Section 31 operative who's now the second in command of DS9, for example, Elias Bourne. He's a fantastic character. I'd love to see him on screen. There is a storyline about the destruction of DS9 and the building of a new starbase that looks horrible, but I don't want that. But, you know, there's so many amazing stories, and then there's the whole telling of Bajor coming into the Federation, and again, it gets really close and it doesn't happen because the neck things from TNG make a comeback. They end up being a sworn enemy of the Trill symbiote. So that gets worked in. And then the fleet that went missing inside the wormhole in Deep Space Nine is used to destroy the mother creature of those things inside the wormhole, and it's just so interesting. I would love them to bring a lot of that beta canon in.
Oh, you cut out
there.
there.
DS9 definitely survived the visit from the Cerritos. Yeah, just keep circling them pylons.
Okay, we have permission to share the Lower Decks thing, so I'm just gonna switch on over. And
one thing that has come up in chat is about Picard might be a movie. I think we're all universally agreed on Trek Central that we don't want a Patrick Stewart Picard movie. We feel like he's really had his time, and it's time to move on from that.
Yeah. I feel like season 3 of Picard was like the perfect ending.
Yeah.
I personally, like I said, I'm with you. I really enjoyed season 3. There are some things about it that aren't perfect, but overall, I really enjoyed season 3. I don't think he needs it, but I do want to see where Jack goes. Like, I think that's an interesting thread to see. Lower Decks is canon. Yeah, Lower Decks is canon.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's just you have to watch it. You have to watch it. Right, let's press play on this because I'm allowed to play it.
1, 2, 3. Lower Decks, Lower Decks, Lower Decks, Lower Decks.
Aww. Was that just a guy in the crowd? That was just a guy coming up to answer questions that just was like, nah, let's just shout lower decks, everyone get involved. That's so sweet. That must have been so nice for them.
Yeah, it's like a Q&A bit they do at the end of panels, isn't it?
Yeah, that must have meant so much to everybody there, like, to know how loved they are. That's lovely. I'm glad that guy was there. Well done, dude. You get a pat on the back from me. Pat on the back. Chuck, yeah, we'd love to see Legacy. I genuinely would really be interested in that, because the other thing, like, I felt like Picard season 3, like, kind of I didn't like, was that, like, season 1 and 2 had set up Seven and Raffi, and then they were just apart for the whole of season 3. And I was like, hang on a minute. They've built these guys up. I was really shipping them as a couple, and then all of a sudden it's like they're just apart. So I would really like that.
So many of those characters they set up, they just completely waste.
Yeah.
You know, they Elnor, Rios, and I loved Rios so much.
Yeah.
Soji. I just see seasons 1 and 2 as a complete waste
But
of all these characters.
If Legacy was to happen, we could return to Rios. Like, he could be a character that could come back, because he's now a captain of his own, like, his own
you know,
ship.
the number one character we want back for Legacy is Liam Shaw.
Yeah, I know, but he's dead.
Spoilers, by the way.
I know, but I like, sure, he also is one of those people that
they find a way to do it, because he's such a fan favorite character. I cannot believe. It blows my mind that a character so despicable and intensely dislikable became
so beloved.
It turned around so much. They did it incredibly well.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, he himself has been so outspoken about how much he loved doing it and how much he enjoyed that character, that it would be great to see him. Robert Picardo in Starfleet Academy. Has that been announced, Ash, or is that something you would like to see?
Oh, I think it's something we want to see, right?
Because that would be cool.
I'll see if I can find anything.
That would be cool. Oh, here we go. No, it's been announced. Breaking. So brings back Rob Picardo and more. So Tig Notaro is going to be in it. I love Tig. I'm so glad.
Dadmiral.
Dadmiral
Vance.
I'm so glad Tig's going to still be in it, because Tig, like, especially in season 5, I feel like they were in like 2 episodes.
Yeah, she was barely in it, and of course, obviously, Owusu-Kon and Detmer weren't either.
No.
Yeah.
That really annoyed me about the entire season. I was like, where are they? Why has no one said anything about them not being there? Like, Tig I can understand, because Tig's not on the bridge, but they're on the bridge, and all of a sudden they were just not there.
Yeah, they with that season, and it wasn't as big a deal at the time, because they didn't know it was going to be their last series.
Yeah, I'm glad they were in the last episode, but still, I was furious all the way through.
Doctor, 900 years in the future. That's going to be interesting.
Well, see, it's really... Can you mute your ears a minute so you can't hear me? So I don't ruin anything for you.
Oh, okay, hang on. Yeah, deafened.
Okay, close your ears a minute if you haven't seen season 2 of Prodigy, but if you have seen season 2 of Prodigy, do we think it's going to be, like, the same version of him that's in Prodigy? Like after... I don't know. I'm intrigued. Like, I'm intrigued. Okay, come back. He can't even see me. I don't even know how to get him back at this point. Tell him he can come back. I'm just waving, and he can't even see me. We need him to know. New cast announcements for Star Trek Academy. Yeah, so we just went through that, Chuck. I'm excited about that, because
I'm back.
Welcome back. Because we really loved Tig, and also, like, the Dadmiral. It would have been a shame had he not been in it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It would have been a shame. Oh, the logo has been revealed for Section 31, so that's interesting. Hopefully we'll get images of that in a minute, which would be cool. But yeah,
I wonder if they were not meant to drop the Section 31 trailer until the actual panel, which is
maybe. And that's why
somebody in said could use Borg technology to bring back Shaw, similarly to how they did with Neelix, I guess. That was such a MacGuffin. They used that episode using Seven's nano bot to bring somebody back from the dead. They never used it ever again. those two did. But I mean, I loved that Neelix episode because obviously it was very dark and dealt with some very grown-up themes. Very interesting episode.
Okay, so I'm confused. How short was the Star Trek Academy panel? Was it really short? Because it feels like it only just started like 3 minutes ago and they've already moved on to section 31. Was it just like, I guess because none of the actors are there, was it just them announcing who's going to be in it? Was that it? Is that all we know? I'm intrigued. Like, do you guys care about Star Trek Academy? Are you excited about it? Like, how do you feel about it? I haven't seen much chat.
Is it the 31st century they're in?
Yeah.
I'm very about that time frame because I just look at a lot of Discovery and see it as wasted opportunity. I kind of look back at Voyager in a similar kind of way because I think they wasted a lot of opportunities there. And I just think they did with Discovery. I just think of all the different things they could have done and think about what they did do, and I'm like, but some characters I really do love are going to be in it. You know, Tilly, Admiral, Ignatara, you know. So I think those are some of the characters I enjoy looking at the most. So I am looking forward to seeing what happens. I mean, you know, we're both going to watch it, whether
we like it or
really
not.
Want or not. So, you know, you can be guaranteed we'll be watching.
Yeah, so Tim's like, no one ever asked for an Academy series. You're right. No one ever asked for it. But
no
again,
one ever asked it, no.
We'll watch it. Like, I'm not Nugget. It was like, not caring for it, but once I heard the Doctor's going to return, I'm more excited. I get that, Nugget. Like, again, just now, as soon as I saw Tig was going to be in it, I'm now more excited about it. Like, Tilly was a character that I really enjoyed at the beginning of Discovery. As Discovery went on, I cared less and less about Tilly. I felt like after Mirrorverse and the Terrans and everything else like that, Tilly didn't really go anywhere for me as a character. So I'm hoping that this will give her the growth that I felt that she was missing. But I'm not bothered about, like, I'm not excited about it being a Tilly show. However, Admiral, Picardo, Tig, those three, that makes me more excited, and now I'm a little bit more intrigued about what could happen. Also, we don't know anything about the cadets, like the people that they're teaching. Like, do we? Are they the same people that were in the episode that we saw in not last season but the season before, or is it a whole new cast of people? Do we know this? Like, I don't know. Has this been announced? Like, I feel like I don't know anything.
So Star Trek and Paramount Plus have released a video about showing them announcing people on the cast, but okay. I don't know any of these people. It's not Bob Picardo and Tignataro and stuff. I think it's other cast members who are going to be regular, like the cadets, I think. So
yeah, okay. I'm intrigued. Like, I would like to see who the cadets are going to be. Like, I started reading the comic where Picard is in the Academy, and I haven't finished it. I still got quite a lot to read, but like, there was potential there that I was enjoying, so I feel like it could be an interesting show. But I feel like I don't know who the audience is. Like,
all I want is just Lower Decks. It's like that's all I really want is just more Lower Decks.
I want more Prodigy.
And I see this new thing, and it's like I just want Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Apparently, the 31 trailer has gone back up. So
it has gone back up. So they just put it up too early.
Yeah, they put it up too early.
Okay. So is it the same link, or is it? Let's see.
Do I have the YouTube link?
I've got it. I'm gonna have a look.
Okay, you've got it.
Yeah, it's the same link. So if you go to the link that we put up on Trek Central's Twitter earlier, it is there. So you can go and watch it now. Yeah, they've just re-uploaded it. I guess they were. I guess someone's getting in trouble tonight for putting that up too early over on Paramount's social team. But you know, it is what it is. You want more shows post Voyager like Picard rather than the far future? Yeah, I'm the same, Nate. I don't want stuff that is so far removed from everything else. Like, it feels kind of pointless to me, especially because they wasted so much potential, like we said before, with like not filling us in on all of the planets that we do care about. Like, just seem to get forgotten. because they didn't want to like commit to anything happening. I feel like unless they're going to be like bold and be like, okay, this is what happened with the Klingons, this is what happened here, like I don't want it. I think they need to be.
I've got the Section 31 trailer.
Okay, you watch that. I feel like they need to be braver with it if they're going to do it. Otherwise, don't do it. Go back to the time period that is like current for Trek and give us new stories there. I'm with you on that. I think that's interesting. So what version of EMH are we getting? I remember there's one in the Delta its way back. I don't know. Actually.
I think it'll be. I think they wouldn't have announced it if it wasn't the Doctor.
Yeah, the Doctor. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully. Thing that is. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, someone else. Yeah, not a fan of the future stuff. Yeah, I think we're all in the same kind of like, same kind of area with it. Like we'd rather have the Trek that is adventurous and telling new stories and not afraid to do so than like kind of worried about stepping on people's toes and saying things that they have to backtrack on later. So yeah, I think everyone's kind of in the same area. Okay, so the Section 31 trailer is amazing. Beyonce's Formation is in the background. Interesting, Cassandra. Interesting. Someone else didn't like it earlier, so...
Somebody said it doesn't look like Star Trek, but I disagree.
Nugget just said, or not Nugget, sorry, said it's a hard no for them. They didn't like it.
I think the titles, the way they're edited in, looks really, really bizarre. Not very Star Trek-y, but the whole action sequences and the kind of aesthetic about it, and obviously it's Yo-Yo. It looks really interesting, and I'm really excited to take a look at it. I'm not quite sure how it fits on the timeline, because whether it's before she joined Section 31 or whether it's after she returns from the future.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because, so, originally, when we were going to have it as a show, it was going to be, like, the Section 31 that, like, we were introduced to in, what, end of Season 2 or Season 3? Was it Season 2?
See, it was Season 3 where she went into the future, but Season 2 introduced Section 31 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was going to be them. Is it still the same group of characters, or is it different characters?
Seems like completely different.
Okay.
So I don't know if she was returning to the same Section 31 that she left. You'd expect to see some characters crop up that you'd know. Yeah. At least that's Tyler, at the least, and he's not in this. So it's a question for me where this is set. So hopefully we'll get some answers on that soon. Okay, so
Not a Nugget said it looked generic. If you didn't get the Trek label on it, you could think it was some generic science fiction action Suicide Squad thingy. Okay, I'll see what I think.
Since Giorgio is the only character in it that we know that has an established character in the universe, you wouldn't really know anybody else that's there. So
I do love Giorgio though. I really love her as a character. I think she's really interesting, and she made Michael more interesting. I'm on record. I'm not a fan of Michael as a character. Don't like her. Love the actress. She's amazing. Sigonia's love her, but I just don't like Michael. But when she was with Giorgio, she was much more interesting. So I have a lot of time for Giorgio as a character. So I'm willing to give it a go. It is only a movie. It's not a TV show. I don't think we're going to get a TV show out of it either.
No, there's no way they can afford to keep Shoyo on like that.
Not now. Not now. Or as an Oscar winner now.
Yeah. Chat wants a new game to be announced. I would love that because I loved Star Trek Resurgence. I'd love another one of those. I would love to do another episode on that ship.
Yeah, I would really like an action Star Trek game. As someone who's not really into strategy, I want a proper action Trek game that's not a movie tie-in, that's its own standalone, completely separate story. We're never going to get it, but I would really like it.
Ash is talking about the alternate Doctor being that was in the Living Witness episode of Voyager. I don't think we're going to get anything like that, because I think the way they've announced these characters or these
these actors being in the new series, I don't think it would make sense to announce it and then come back and say it's a different character.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of storyline would be better for Prodigy, because obviously you've got hologram Janeway. They already had that, the starships that could go between the Delta Quadrant. So I think Prodigy would make a lot more sense to revisit that version of the Doctor from Living Witness.
Yeah.
But not Academy.
Fair. So we've got a tweet here. So Paul Giamatti, whilst he was doing press for the holdovers, which I haven't seen yet, by the way, so if you've seen it in the chat, let me know what you think, mentioned how much he loves Star Trek, which Kurtzman said was the reason why they ended up contacting him about Starfleet Academy, and they let him choose whatever he wanted. Like, they were just like, look, if you want to be in it, like, let us know what you want to do. And he chose the villain, and made a full commitment to the whole season. Like, he wanted to do it so bad that he wanted to be the villain and wanted to be a continual character in it. That's what we were talking about earlier with, like, big people wanting to be part of Trek who are just fans of it. Like, Paul Giamatti is one of those actors that, like, can do anything. He is such a chameleon. Like, blows me away. I just recently watched oh my god, what's it called? The one with Robert Pattinson in it. Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. It's basically Robert Pattinson sitting in a limo the entire time, and Paul Giamatti's in it at the end, and he's, like, completely unrecognisable. I need to know what this is now.
I don't think I know it.
Robert Pattinson. I've got to go to IMDb. Begins with a C, and I can't remember it. But then you see Giamatti in other things, and he's just like this big comedy goofball. And then in other things, he's terrifying. Like, he's one of those actors that is just phenomenal. So for him to be like, yeah, I want to be in Trek and I want to be in the whole series, like, that's amazing. So that, again, that makes me more excited for Academy, because he's just brilliant. And I don't think he would have agreed to be in it if it wasn't good. I'm trying to find the name of this damn movie. It can't be that old. Surely. Oh, Cosmopolis. There you go. Cosmopolis. That's what it was called. It's really good. Really weird. I sat there afterwards going, what the hell have I just watched? But Paul Giamatti's in it and he's brilliant. Also fantastic as John Adams. Yeah. He would be perfect as a Ferengi. Do we know what the villain is in Academy? Have we seen this yet? I'm out of the loop if we have.
No, only that Paul Giamatti's playing it.
Okay. Can you imagine if he was a Ferengi? That would be amazing. That would be really interesting.
There's a lot of people on Twitter that I can see calling for the Doctor from the Living Witness episode to be the Doctor in Starfleet Academy, so we'll see what happens there. I don't see it personally. I'd rather see the same continuous character, but we'll see. Interesting.
I one thing that, like, I do enjoy about, like, SDCC and events like this is that the discourse around it, like, you get to see kind of where the majority of people have their excitement and what they want to see, and sometimes that leads to things happening. Like, creators aren't blind to these, like, trends of what people enjoy, so, you know, you never know what sort of influence these events are going to end up having on things, which I find quite exciting. I think that's really cool. Trying to see on here if we put any more pictures up for us to share. Yeah, there's another one. We've got some more Section 31 images to share with you, or image to share with you. I think we saw a bit of this one before, but we've got messy version of the Star Trek universe is the quote here. It's a messy version of the Star Trek universe. It fits very specifically into the canon, but do we know where? No. It's very interesting that they would say it fits very specifically but not tell us where it is. Like, why do that? Why? That's such a tease. And then team of spy black ops led by Michelle Yeoh's Giorgio. So yeah, we know what Section 31 is. We know what they get up to. If you don't, they're kind of like Star Trek's like secret agents, basically, who kind of move in the shadows and are more lethal and, like, dangerous than Trek kind of portrays itself, like the Federation portrays itself to be. So it's an interesting, like, untapped area that we don't see a lot of. I want to know where it is, though. Like, where in the timeline is this? Are we going to find out before it comes out, or are they going to keep it a secret right up until it happens? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because do you remember they said about Discovery season 1, it takes place in a very famous period of the Star Trek universe, and a very key thing that happened, obviously the Klingon War, and then nobody was excited about it when it actually happened because it was such bad storytelling. So yeah, I very much hope Section 31's been done a lot better than that.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so long ago now as well. It
was
so
so long ago. I remember rewatching the whole of season 1. I was like, this was genuinely barely watchable at the time.
Yeah, it's yeah, the early days. Although I do really miss Lorcan and like him being in charge, and like
yeah,
there was some...
I'm still annoyed that we got a tease of his name and then we didn't even see him.
I know. I'm losing my voice. I haven't spoken this much in ages, and my voice is going. It has to be a lost era since it has a young Rachel Garrett. Is that Section 31?
It does have Rachel Garrett in it. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That would be a really interesting time. Donnie, thank you so much for joining us. It was so good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Live long and prosper. Peace and long life. We'll see you again soon.
Have a lovely rest of your evening or day. I don't know where you are in the world. Presuming it's the evening, but yeah. Okay, so if you guys could have anything announced in the next 10 minutes, what would it be? Anything announced. For me, it would be season 3 of Prodigy.
Lower Decks season 6.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We know that. That's a fact.
I'm always going to hope that they change their mind. They know how much we love it.
They're not going to listen to us. Let's be honest.
I would love... Prodigy season 3 would be incredible. I wouldn't mind... I feel like they've got very little to talk about at the moment. They've been very careful. I did not expect them to announce a new show. Not at all. That was not on my bingo card. Kind of what Nate was saying, I would love a new game, but I don't know if they'd announce that at San Diego Comic Con. I don't know.
I feel like it would be a good place to do it.
Resurgence at Comic Con? I don't remember.
I think so. I think they did.
I'd love another Resurgence.
Or Gamescom would be a good place to announce it.
Yeah, Gamescom would be a really good one.
And that's coming up. Not that we'll get
anything Enterprise related, yeah.
Lower Decks live action sequel SW, that would be amazing.
100%.
We were saying this after they did those old scientists, like we sat back and kind of were looking at the actors and we're like, actually, yeah, they could all play those characters pretty much. They're all very similar to the characters that have been drawn.
Yeah, I would love that so much. You know how much I love Rutherford, and I'd love to see him, in real life.
I love Noelle as well. I think she'd be great.
Oh yeah, Noelle was. All of them are just so lovely. I want to do the Eugene Cordero impression so badly.
I'm gonna miss Tendi more than I can say. Tendi is my girl, and I love her. I love Tendi, and not having her around is gonna break me. That's been announced, Cassandra. That's been announced. They're trying to do it. They're trying to make Strange New Worlds musical episode into a stage show. I don't know if you missed that earlier, but they have announced that. So your one thing you want to see has been announced. So congratulations. There's a present for you.
I mean, as long as they follow through with it, it's in the very early exploratory phases. So let's see.
What have we got here? So, any news on the Doctor Who? No, we haven't had any news on that yet. So I don't. Oh, my cat.
I don't know if that's happened yet. I would love something DS90. Obviously, we're not going to get anything more groundbreaking today. I think we would have heard about it by now, but I think
Daniels and Legacy.
Anything post DS9 would just be incredible. I would love that.
See, I think Daniels could be a Legacy though. Now that we know who he is, He could be. He could be in Legacy. Could he be him in Legacy, or would he still be Kovac? Like,
I would love season 8 of Deep Space Nine, and I think almost the entire cast would come back. We'd have to try and get Avery, but yeah, even a season 8 without Ben Sisko, they've got an incredibly talented cast there. Obviously, apart from Aaron Eisenberg and Renee Noir, but they've still got an incredible number of characters there to draw from.
Starbase. If you want to see Janeway and you haven't seen Prodigy, watch Prodigy. That's all I could say, because we get so much Janeway, and especially season 2, you get so much more Janeway. So if you want more Janeway, watch Prodigy. More people need to watch it so that we get season 3 as well, because like it's not just for kids. I know it's advertised and it was on Nickelodeon, and like it looks like it's for kids. It's not. It's not just for kids. Watch it. My cat is getting really angry because I'm like.
I can hear him.
So left me in.
All right. Well, the panels are all over. We've been told. So I think that concludes all the news that we have today.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're following the Trek Central on your social medias. If you haven't already, and you can join the community as a member. Do that. You get early access to content. You get video content as well. You get access to YouTube emotes that are specifically themed for our channel, and also there's some new ones coming soon. To make sure that you do that, hit up the Trek Central Discord as well. If you want to talk about anything geeky, there is the place to do it.
Yeah, and don't forget, like we said, there is that special channel in the Discord for members only that we will get to be hanging out in. Jack will be in there, Adam will be in there, everybody that you love from the videos, the writers, everybody is in there. If you want to ask us specific questions about things we're excited about, we'd love to chat with you.
Any of your questions.
Yeah, like we genuinely do. Like me and Mike always say this, when we do these streams, normally they're like after an episode each week. We like to go in the comments and see what you enjoyed the most about it, and that's the same, like just general Trek nerdiness. Like we love talking to you guys and finding out what you enjoy. So it's been so nice getting to see so many of you this evening. Like genuinely, we were so excited about coming back. If you enjoy this, please do join the members, because like it means we get to do more of this, and we really love it. We like nerding out with you guys.
I've missed this so much. Thank you everybody for being so wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome to hear all your well wishes, and thank you so much for being here. Another huge thing is we wouldn't be doing this if you weren't here taking part and engaging as you have, so thank you so much. And yeah, we can't wait to we can't wait. Jarvis, where can people find you on the social media lands?
You can find me at Jarvducer on pretty much everything: Twitter, Instagram. I'm Jarvis Sensei on Twitch, but I never use Twitch anymore, so Twitter is where I'm at. Usually talking either video games or Star Trek, basically. So that's where you can find me. What about you, Mike?
Get Mic'd on Twitch. Get Mic'd OW on Twitter and Instagram, not X. Twitter, but yeah, get Mic'd on Twitch. I do a lot of Pokemon content, and some Marvel stuff, occasionally Star Trek stuff, occasionally just dance stuff, a lot of cat stuff, and quiz stuff. So if you like all that kind of stuff, you'll be very happy over there.
Yeah, Starbase, get in the Discord, because when you get that Trek tattoo, we want to see it.
We do want to see it.
We want to see it.
I don't have a Star Trek tattoo.
I'm going to get one. But anyway, right, we need to go, because we'll just carry on yapping forever. So live long and prosper, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you all again very soon, we hope. See you next time. Bye!
Bye!